And who might you be?
Whatever Fett is paying you, we'll match. And all you've got to do is stay put and let things play out.
Dave Filoni, you went and did it. You son of a bitch. What is going on, Star Wars nerds, and welcome to another episode of Brett On Fett. This is episode 4. You know, I had a very different episode planned for this week when all of a sudden Wednesday came around, new episode of Book of Boba Fett, and in that episode a certain someone showed up and just kind of turned everything upside down. So you know I had to jump in on this about Cad Bane. So we're going to be talking about Cad Bane today. Of course we are, guys. Why wouldn't we? But before we get into the Cad Bane talk, just a quick action figure update. This past week on Tuesday, February 1st, there was supposed to be a new pre-order for a brand new Boba Fett Black Series. Yes, another Black Series new Boba Fett. This one, the Typhon Jedi Ruined Boba Fett.
Is that really how you say that? What are you talking about? I'm talking about this ruined evening. That's not how you say ruined. What? Ruined? What do you call the remains of ancient Greek structures? Ruins. And how would you describe this evening? Well, ruined, of course. This evening is ruined. Say ruined. 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 Ruined.
This one has his look from the Mandalorian series when he first got his armor back while fighting stormtroopers on the planet Typhon. It's a fine looking figure, but frankly I'm starting to get a little Fett fatigue from all the Black Series Boba Fett's being announced lately, and so I'm not sure if I'll jump on this one. Anyway, the pre-order that was supposed to happen last Tuesday got canceled the day of, but is now rescheduled for 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, February 8th. Oh, and one more thing, it will be a Walmart exclusive. No! Alright, so enough about pre-orders, and let's talk a little Cad Bane. Now, if you've been living under a rock on Tatooine for the last 15 years, or maybe you're a Star Wars fan that only pays attention to the major films, you may not know who Cad Bane is. So Cad Bane is a notorious bounty hunter who was introduced to the Star Wars universe in 2009 on Season 1, Episode 22 of the animated series The Clone Wars. Bane is a species of alien called Duros, with blue skin and deep red eyes and an unmistakable gravelly voice. With his trademark Western look complete with wide-brimmed hat, dual pistols, and his knack for being extremely ruthless and smart, Cad Bane quickly became a fan favorite amongst Star Wars fans. More recently, Bane has made a brief appearance on another Star Wars animated series, The Bad Batch, which takes place just after the end of the Clone Wars at a time when the Galactic Empire was taking over. Okay, so this past week, the Star Wars series, The Book of Boba Fett, had its latest episode, Episode 6, and it was truly awesome. It gave us tons of familiar, beloved characters, but maybe most notably, it gave us the live-action debut of Cad Bane. And I gotta tell you, Cad Bane is one of my favorite Star Wars characters to never be in a Star Wars film. And so I was absolutely ecstatic to finally get to see him in that live action. And man, overall, he looked awesome. I just had a couple minor issues with the way he looked, and that was the paleness of his skin and the size of his hat. His skin was noticeably a paler shade of blue than on the cartoons. Many think his paler skin was purposely done to signify that this is a much older Cad Bane than we have seen previously, like his skin has dried out as he got older. As far as his hat goes, the brim is clearly much smaller than his hat he was famous for on the Clone Wars.
Nice hat. Where did you get it? What are you looking at? It's a nice hat.
That being said, he did have a different, slightly smaller hat on his appearance on the Bad Batch. So maybe as Bane gets older, his hat game is just getting more conservative.
I've taken down so many clones over the years. Once you figure out one, the rest are easy.
Alright, so let's get into some action figure talk.
Oh! 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 Hey, what'd you do to my friend? The same thing I'm going to do to you, big boy! Oh!
Now, if you watch any other Star Wars action figure YouTubers out there, you may have heard the term Boba Fett tax. Now that's referring to the increase in pricing over Boba Fett for just being a very popular character, and even more so when he has his own TV show going on. And so you end up just paying more for a Boba Fett figure, either retail or resale, because of that popularity. Well, now get ready for the Cad Bane tax. With his debut in live action this past week, his popularity has skyrocketed, and so will the prices for his figures. So with that in mind, I just wanted to go over all the figures Hasbro has made available for Cad Bane over the years. Alright, so 2009 saw the debut of Cad Bane as an action figure. He came out on the Red Card Clone Wars series. He was CW22. One thing I didn't like about this one is it doesn't have his hat on in the bubble on display, so not great for an in-card collector. Next there was the Battle Pack, the Holocron Heist. This was from the same 2009 Red Card Clone Wars series, just reenacting a scene from the episode he was in. In 2010 Clone Wars series, we had the CW13 Cad Bane. A little bit better card in my opinion, but still he's not wearing his hat. And also in that same 2010 Clone Wars series, you had the Deluxe Pack with the Pirate Speeder bike with Cad Bane, and that was an interesting packaging there. I kind of like the background and the pose and everything, so pretty neat. And then also in the 2010 series, there was a multi-pack that was Cad Bane and IG-86, which they worked together in, I think, several of the episodes on the Clone Wars. Pretty cool little pack. And then in 2011, they came out with the CW42 Cad Bane with Toto 360. This is actually one of my favorite releases for the 3 3/4 Cad Bane figures, and I actually don't have this one. I really would like to get it. Next up, also from 2011, was a Clone Wars Battle Pack, Cad Bane's Escape, which was reenacting a scene from the show where Cad Bane escaped from prison by killing a clone trooper and taking his armor as disguise. This one from the 2011 Clone Wars, I believe, is only available in Europe and South America. It was a special figure 3-pack that came with Captain Rex, Anakin Skywalker, and Cad Bane. This one's pretty rare, I believe. Then we have one of the figures I own in my collections from 2012 Clone Wars series, the CW4 Cad Bane. I like this one obviously because he's wearing his hat in the bubble, so it's perfect for a mint on card collector like me. And by far the best Cad Bane action figure available is from 2020, the Black Series Deluxe Pack. It was Cad Bane with Toto 360, his droid. I don't have this one. I missed out on getting it. It's going to be super expensive now, but this is a really awesome set. And then finally, the last release we got was from the Black Series 2020, the Clone Wars number 6 Cad Bane. This is another one I own. Awesome figure, one of my favorite Black Series figures of all time, but still not as good as that deluxe pack that came with Toto 360. And next we'll just take a closer look at the 2 Cad Bane figures I own in my personal collection. So like I was saying, these are the 2 figures I have of Cad Bane. The first is the only 3 3/4 version of him I have. It's from the 2012 Clone Wars series. I like it because he's wearing his hat. It's got a ton of accessories in it. It's pretty cool looking figure. This particular series, it came with some dice, a stand. It had a card. I don't know if it's kind of hard to see with the glare, but there's like a game card it came with. Doesn't really interest me, but just some extra things are always good. And there's the look of the back. It's a pretty cool pose of him on the back, and there's a snippet there from the actual cartoon. So overall, it's a pretty cool card, pretty cool figure. Just not my favorite. I'm more of a vintage collection guy when it comes to 3 3/4. But this one will do for now. And then by far my favorite of the two I own is this Black Series Cad Bane from the Clone Wars. It's just an excellent figure. The paint job is great. I love the guns. I love the artwork on the side of the box like they have on these new 2020 and up Black Series figures. The box is really cool. And this one is easily in my top 5 favorite Black Series figures of all time, to date. So just a great figure for a really cool character. And seeing how good of a job they did on this Black Series version of him, it really makes me yearn for a new 3 3/4 version of him in the vintage collection. We gotta have Cad Bane in the vintage collection, guys. Alright, so all of you, get your pitchforks, get your torches, march down to Hasbro and demand they give us a new 3 3/4 figure for Cad Bane on a vintage collection card. Well, that's all I have today for Cad Bania. No! Thanks for joining me on another episode of Brett On Fett, and I'll see you next time.